And welcome back to Marist All Access. I'm your host, Brady Young, alongside Aiden, Michael, and Ante. We have a lot of Red Fox news headed your way today, starting with the men's basketball program and their impressive response to their season opening loss at Harvard to begin the 2024-2025 season, with wins at Richmond and home versus Army. That'll be followed shortly by MAC soccer playoffs, football's first win of the season, and more.
Marist would travel to Richmond to take on the Spiders and head coach Chris Mooney looking for his 300th career win with the team. Early in the first quarter, Jackson Price kicks it out to his man, Josh Pasquarelli, with the three splash. Josh Pasquarelli and the Marist Red Foxes shooting 50% from three-pointers all game. Jackson Price here from NBA distance. He would have 5 threes in the first half, finish with a career high of 20 points. But the Spiders aren't done yet. Their very own Delani Hunt weaving through defenders, up and over, and gets the N1. Look at that little growl there. He would finish with a career high of 27 points as well for the team. But Marist not done yet. Josh Pasquarelli, checkmate. Look at that. He puts Marist up with just under 2 minutes to go in the second half. But now Jaden Collins-Roberts up and over, tries to get the layup, but he's rejected by Apostagoose Rumaglu. Oh, hold on though. Unfortunately, emotions would get the best of him here, and he would get a technical foul for this little celebration after the block. Little coaching moment from their coach there, and Chris Mooney would remain at 299. Marist would go on to win this game 79-72, and they look to face Army in their home opener next Friday. And we had one of the best games ever played at McCann Arena here. It's 7 minutes into the second half now. It's Delani Hunt for the Army Black Knights, and he splashes it in. He was on fire for the Black Knights. Here he is again with 10 seconds left in the second half. Up and over, gets it the basket to go. Ryan Curry, his teammate, loving it here, hyped up. And here's the replay of it. Just a clean basket to put Army up too. But now Jaden Collins-Roberts with 5 seconds left in the game. Yes, he gets it to go. He puts Marist in a tie game. And we have overtime here at McCann Arena, ladies and gentlemen. But Ryan Curry says, we're not finished yet. Bang! He stares down John Dunn in the Marist bench. He's fired up because the next play up, wow, over 6'9" Jackson Price. Look at that kid right there. He would be on fire in tonight's game as well alongside Delani Hunt. But Josh Pasquarelli, tie game, checkmate. He puts Marist up 3 with 5 seconds left in this game. And after a couple of free throws, it would be Army's Delani Hunt with a second left. It's not going to be enough. Army would fall 88-91 to Marist, and that's Marist's 4th consecutive home opener win. Transitioning over right now with me live, I have Marist star point guard Jaden Collins-Roberts. Jaden, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be with me. I really appreciate it. So, first question I got to ask, what was going through your mind on that last play of regulation during the Army game with that clutch layup to send it into overtime?
Um, Man, it should just started with like knowing what we wanted to do, like being prepared for the game. We have a play call and we know exactly what to do. We do it a bunch of times in practice. Preparation makes perfect. So yeah, we first that's the first thing. So being confident in that. And then just knowing what my looks are, like I know he's always on fire. He's the main guy, like just no doubting that. So, but my first look when in doubt is Josh. Like that's my guy. I have the utmost confidence in him to make a shot, to make a play. You're not just a shot maker, you can do it all. So coming off, so doing getting the ball off that out of bounds, coming off the screen. I'm looking for Josh in that corner, but I see he's not open. I just got to make a play. Doesn't have to be a game winner. Obviously, a layup tied the game. So, yeah, it was just being composed in that moment, and yeah, it's a clutch layup.
Jaden, I really appreciate you taking the time, man. It means the world. Thank you so much, man.
Man, thank you. I appreciate you, bro.
Great stuff from Jaden Collins-Roberts there. All right, now we move on to the MAC soccer playoffs, where the Red Foxes visited the Iona Gales in the tournament semifinals. 5th-seeded Marist took down 4th-seeded Quinnipiac to reach the semis, but the top-seeded Gales would be a much tougher test.
So coming live from New Rochelle, we have Marist taking on number 1 seed Iona, and they're without Heis Verhoel, their star freshman, today due to a red card. Now a little bit of time underway in the first quarter. It's Thiago Cagna to Francisco Borla, who pokes it through the goalie's hands and gets it in to put Iona up 1-0 early. Referee says, hang on, let's check for offsides here. VR clearly shows an onside call, and referee quickly calls a goal for Iona. Now, halfway through the first, Marist captain Skylar Cunha would have to come off with a non-contact injury, and he would be out the rest of the game. Now, 10 minutes left in the first half. It's a foul called on Marist. A little bit of a questionable call here. Marist not too happy about that. But it's the senior All-MAC defense, Tim Timchenko, with the free kick. And that's Bautista Rossi. That's the freshman lighting up the MAC. His 7th goal from an unlucky bounce off of the Marist defender there to put Iona up 2-0. Now, halfway through the second half here, it's a cross-box pass for Jose Silva, who puts it up and in into the goal to put Iona up 3-0, and this would be too much for Marist. They would lose and finish the season 7-9-2.
Next up, we have Marist versus Stetson for either team's first conference win of the season. We'll be taking you into the third quarter where Sonny Menino rolls out, one-score game, all the way for the touchdown. About a 35-yard run for Sonny Menino to give Marist the lead late into the third quarter. 17 seconds later, after a great punt return from Stetson finds themselves at the Marist 15-yard line. Jackson Dickus gets the call and makes his way into the end zone. Stetson takes back the lead, 26-28. Late in the third, Marist have a chance to take the lead going into the fourth quarter. Sonny Menino gets ready to take the snap, and they run a QB option. Menino holds onto the ball, goes up the middle, and scores for the Red Foxes to make the game 33-28 for the Red Foxes. Sonny Menino had his hands all over this game for Marist. Late in the fourth quarter, can give Marist a 40-31 lead. Who else? Sonny Menino goes up the middle for a 20-yard touchdown. So Menino gives Marist its first win of the season with 4 rushing touchdowns. And Mike Willis gets his first win as a head coach.
Jackson Willett, varsity captain. Thank you for joining me, Jackson.
Of course,
Appreciate
no
you.
worries.
How does it feel to secure your first win after a tough 0-9 start against Stetson?
I mean, it's really that's the whole reason you play ball, because you just come up short, can't really control all the controllables. So after kind of just coming up short time after time again, it really just gives you that satisfaction of why you play the game, and just the hard work paying off finally. It was just really good to see, and definitely helped the mentals for the team.
Yeah, last time we talked about how, when you're 0-9, you don't really have a lot to play for. Obviously, you want to get the first win for your coach, Mike Willis, but at the same time, you're playing for each other. How do you see this game different from the other 9 games? We're really playing with each other, playing for something to win.
I mean, it's definitely towards the end of the season when you're kind of out of playoffs. That's really where you find your reason why you play the sport, why you're waking up every day. And especially around that time, you really look around, and especially when I was a younger underclassman, I really was I'm going to give everything I got in practice, everything for the seniors, for the guys who don't really have that chance to strap it up. And it's really because you want them to do the same. I mean, I wanted all the younger underclassmen to just give it their all, finish the season. And I think it was kind of just a testimony to those guys just showing up every day and just giving it them all after a really rough start.
Yep. Jackson, thank you again.
Of course, appreciate it.
Let's head over to women's basketball. We got Lafayette visiting Marist. Marist enters with their first victory of the season against Cornell. Lafayette also coming off a win. There's Abby Antonelli. She had 22 points the last time these two squads faced off. Midway through the second quarter, Morgan Lee gets in the post. She puts some nice moves on the defender and finishes it with the left hand. Lee had 10 points and 10 rebounds in this contest. We go early on in the third quarter. Jackie Pittock is at the top of the key. She finds Lexi Terrell on the back cut, and she finishes it home for the wide open layup. Jackie Pittock had a team-high 6 assists in this game. Midway through the third quarter, Lexi Terrell gets it in the corner this time, and she drills the 3. Terrell was tied for the team leading in points with 13 overall in the game. Opening up the fourth quarter, we got Marist up 57-31. Terrell again, this time from the wing, and she drills it. Terrell has had at least 3 3-pointers in all 3 games so far this season, once again achieving that tonight. Late in the fourth quarter, we got Julia Corsentino this time, and she takes the screen and drills the 3. She had 13 points as well. Marist would eventually cruise to a 73-41 victory over Lafayette. They had 4 players in double figures in this game.
What a start to the year. Well, that's all for us today here with Marist All Access. From Aiden, Michael, and Ante,
I'm Brady Young. Till next time, go Red Foxes.